Good morning, student. I hope you will find and is at home and safe. Now, in our previous lecture, we have studied how to pass the parameter or arguments to the function. Now, in this lecture, we are going to study about arbitrary arguments. That means if if the number of arguments is unknown, then add a star before the parameter name. Here function will get arguments as tuple. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that means that if when we are going to define any function, in which function we are not sure about the number of arguments, then two arguments are going to pass, three arguments will be going to pass, or four arguments going to pass in function. Then we should put a single asterisk before the parameter's name. Before the parameter's name, we have to use single asterisk that defines that parameter as an arbitrary argument. So let us see with the help of example. Here we are going to define a function. Here parameter is stu. We have put stick sign. Int the youngest child is stu3. Here calling part of function, pi function, Satyam, Raj, Piyush and Shubham. Now if we are going to run this program, first of all we have to make comment to all the functions which are designed in this program. So just by we can have better output of this program. Now run this program and see the output. The youngest child is Shubham. This is the output. There is one more program that is not commented. This is the program. Now again run this program and let's see the output. This is the output. The youngest child is Shubham. By running this code, what we can observe? We can observe that there is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 arguments will be passed to the single parameter. Parameter is student. Here we are going to print the student at index 3. Index 3, how to index him? In the tuple, this argument take the input as a tuple. Take the arguments as a tuple. If we are going to indexing, this is 0, 1, 2 and this is 3. That means the tuple is tuple at stu0, 0 on the index of 0, Satyam, index 1, Raj, at index 2, Piyush and index 3 is Shubham. That means indexing always start from the 0. Next, when we are going to pass keyword argument, arbitrary keywords argument, definitely we have to give the variable with the value. Variable with value is called keywords argument. Now then we have to define this function like double star before the parameter's name. We have to put double asterisk before parameter's name. Now see, here we are going to define a function and we have put out double asterisk before the parameter student. This is the stu refers student parameter double star, and here we are going to pass the parameter student1 equal to Satyam, value of student 2 is Raj, value of student 3 is Piyush, value of student 4 is Shubham. That means we can pass the argument with their value. This is called keywords argument, arbitrary keywords argument. This is already discussed in previous lecture. Now see the output. The youngest child is proof. Why it is proof? Return proof because use is at the value of the student fee. The value of student fee is given in use is. If here we are going to change this by student 2, again it will return the output as Raj. Why it is Raj? Return Raj because a student value of student 2 is Raj. Now see the next topic is passing list to a function as an argument. How to passing list arguments to the function. That means how we can pass a list in a function as an argument. Now define py function. This is the parameter stu. Here we are using looping statement for y in stu. Print y. Stu equal to Satyam Raj to Shubham. Here is the current part of function py function stu. Now run this code and see. So see, this is the output. Satyam Raj to Shubham. There are 4 students given in the stu variable. So in this way we can pass a list as an argument to any function. Now I hope you have clear concept about the argument passing. This is all about passing argument to the function. If there are any doubt, you can ask me, commenting on the post, or you can mail me, contact me as WhatsApp number. In first lecture, I have given all details how to contact me. Now we will talk about lambda function. What is lambda function? Lambda function is an anonymous function that can have any number of arguments, but in a single expression. What is anonymous function? Anonymous, that means the function which has no name, without any name, unknown, is called anonymous. So lambda function is a function that has number of arguments, but in a single expression. In single expression, we can pass any number of arguments. Syntax is like, first we have to define lambda arguments, colon, and here is the expression. Let's see with the definer lambda function. Here x is the lambda argument, and lambda a b c d, a plus b multiplied by c plus d. This is the expression. This is expression. We have used here 4 variables. We can have any number of variables, but the expression is single. Expression must be single. We can use more than 2 variables, 3 variables, 5, 10, 100 variables, but we have to keep this fact in mind that the expression will be single. Expression is single. In one expression, we can have any number of arguments. So we are going to print x 5, 6, 7, 3. This is the value which is passed to the variable. A refers 5, B 6, C 7, and D refers 3. Now let's check the output of this lambda function. This comes with the output of the previous function. Now if we are going to comment this function, then we will understand the output of particular this function. F5, this will be written 50 because F5 is the shortcut to run the program. This return 50. How it is 50? One minute. Now see the output. A plus B multiplied by C and D. If you are going to solve this expression, this will give the output 50. 6 multiplied by 7 and 5 and 3 will be added to this expression. Now if we are going to take the use of lambda function, that means why should we use lambda function? Why to use lambda function, or when we should use lambda function? That means it's all about anonymous function. We can better use of lambda function when we have to call anonymous function inside another function. This is the important things about lambda function. Mostly it is used within any function or inside any function. For example, this is a function defined phi function y return lambda a into y multiply equal to the variable equal to pi function 100 then multiply 5. This is the function. If we are going to take any input of y, it will return the 5 times of that number, multiple of 5 times of that number. That means any number taken as input, it's return the 5 times of that input. Now see the output here 500. Why it is 500? Because here we have passed 100 as y and 5. If we are going to change this 7, it will return 700. If we are going to change this value by 200, it will return 1400. See the output. Now this is about lambda function. Now one more thing, why to use any function? What is the use of function? Why should we use function in our programming language or any programming language, Python, C++, Java, .NET, etc. etc. There is the first use of function. Here you can see that reusability of code. This is the only use of any function. This is only use of any function, that reusability of code. That means we can use more than one time of write once code and use many times. This means write any code once or write any function code, that means the function once and use it again and again in any program. Second one is remove redundancy. That means no need to write code, same code again and again. This is what, no need to write same code again and again. If we are going to design any task with the function, then we can call it again and again. This is the reusability of code, what actually I have explained in the above line. First line we have already mentioned that write any function once and use it again and again in any program. This will remove the redundancy. This is remove redundancy. How? No need to write same code again and again. If we are going to design function, that means write once and call it again and again in any program, any module. We can import the function from our any file. In next lecture, we will discuss about that. Third one is reduce complexity. That means we can use large program in one or two function. Very large number of program or lines of code. When lines of code will be large, then we have to design one or two function, and we have done the smaller lines of code. We can use less line of code that will reduce the complexity of program. What is complexity of program? And it's all about data structure, and we will discuss about in our other future lecture, next lecture, how to reduce complexity, how to calculate complexity in algorithm analysis. So this is all about function and lambda function in the Python programming language. Now we will discuss about recursive function in our next lecture. Recursive function, and I hope you have cleared this topic. And you should practice more program using function like factorial of program, Fibonacci number, list, reverse, string, etc. All program what have you have designed in your previous classes, you have to or you must have to use that program in your function. Redesign all the program using function. That will keep your concept clear, how to design function, how to call function, how variable is going to pass, and how argument is taking the output or receive the value from the function. Then you must have clear the concept, and for further detail you can carry on me. So I hope this will help you to understand the argument or arbitrary arguments. Now I hope you have cleared these topics. So thank you for watching.